Good morning, children. Today I will explain the poem The Village Schoolmaster, which is an extract from Oliver Goldsmith's The Deserted Village. In this poem, we will study about a village schoolmaster, and it is believed that this poem is based on the teacher Thomas Bryan, who taught Oliver Goldsmith when he was 6 years old. In the very beginning of the poem, we see the location of the school. Beside yon, yon means there. Straggling means leaning over, something which is uneven. Fence that skirts the way, skirts it, something that lies at the edge of. It means that the school mansion was beside a fence, but this fence was spread unevenly along the edge, and there could be seen blossomed firs. Blossomed is flower which is in full bloom, and firs is fragrant yellow flowers. Fragrant yellow flowers were blooming along the fence, but they were unprofitably gay. Unprofitably gay means there was nobody to admire them. There was nobody to appreciate these bright and beautiful flowers. There, in his noisy mansion, the mansion means a big building, and it is noisy because the activity of teaching and learning is going on over there. And in the noisy mansion, skilled to rule. Skilled to rule means well equipped to manage the class. The village schoolmaster taught his little school. Little means there were few students in the school. It is village children. We cannot expect there to be many children. Next, how was he? He was a man severe, strict, and stern, serious to view. If you would look at him, you could understand that he was strict and serious. I knew him well. The poet says that he understood his teacher well, and every truant knew. Truant means a student who doesn't attend school or who is absent from school without permission. So we can conclude that the poet also was a truant. He used to remain absent from school without permission, and that is why he feared him. Well had the boding tremblers learned to face. Boding here means when you know that something wrong is going to happen. Learned to trace. Learned to trace means they could understand who the students, which students, the frightened school children. The boding tremblers are the frightened school children who had learned to face the teacher's expressions. They could read the expressions on his face and also his mood, And the disobedient students, they could understand the trouble seeing his face, and they trembled in fear of what they had to face during the course of the day. I explain this once again, children, that the students who used to be mischievous, they could read the face of their teacher, and they could well understand what was in store for them seeing the face of their teacher. Full well the busy whisper circling around. Children, before that, there is a line. Full well they laughed with counterfeited glee. Means when the teacher used to crack a joke, he was a jolly man. The students, they laughed with counterfeited false happiness just to please their teacher at all his jokes. For many a joke had he. The teacher had to tell them numerous jokes, and the children pretended to be happy. Full well the busy whisper circling round conveyed when he frowned, and just opposite to this, when the teacher frowned, when he showed signs of anger, the sad news. Dismal tidings means the sad news conveyed, it was spread throughout the classroom by the students whispering to each other and passing the news that the teacher seems to be angry. Yet, in spite of all this, he was a kind man, or if severe in aught, and if anyway he was severe strict in anything, that was only because the love he bore to learning was in fault. If anybody did not learn their exercises well, he used to be very strict because he loved learning. And when students did not give him back the lessons, that time he became very strict. The village all declared. The village all declared means everybody in the village accepted how much he knew, that he had great knowledge. And it was certain, very true, that he could not only write but also cipher means calculate. What other things could he do besides teaching? He could measure lands, he could survey the lands, terms and tides presage. He could forecast the time and tide. Presage means forecast, tell beforehand. And even the story ran that he could gauze. And even people in the village said that the village schoolmaster could gauge means could make an approximate estimate of something without actually measuring it. In arguing, in debating, the parson is referred to the wise village schoolmaster. When he debated, he owned, he possessed extraordinary skill. For even though vanquished, even if he was defeated by somebody, he could continue arguing without accepting his defeat. While words of learned length, and he used more words than were needed in a particular situation, and he had a thundering sound. He was loud in his speech. He would not accept defeat even when others would defeat him. He could stand at what he said. Amazed, the gazing rustics ranged around. The villagers were surprised. Rustics refer to the people from the village area. They used to be amazed at his wisdom and they ranged around him. They gathered around him and still they gazed and still the wonder grew. And the more they listened to him, the more surprised they were. Why? That how could one small head carry so much of knowledge? Yes, the teacher was no doubt a strict one. Why? Because he had love for learning, and any person who loves learning would definitely like to get that in return, and especially when he is assigned the task of teaching the young generation. So, children, this is how the village schoolmaster was. I hope you have understood. Okay, today we leave till here. Thank you, children.